"Sir, I think you're in the wrong section." That's what the waiter said to me as I walked into the ballroom. His tone wasn't rude, just dismissive, the kind people use when they think you don't belong. I smiled politely, nodded, and stepped aside. I'd heard that tone before from bankers, from investors, from board members who shook my hand but didn't really see me. My name's David Harper, and I own Harper Industries, a tech and infrastructure conglomerate currently negotiating an $800 million merger with Crestmont Global. Tonight was supposed to be their victory party, a celebration dinner hosted by Crestmont's executive team before the contract was officially signed. The thing is, they didn't know I'd be there. I'd told my legal department I wanted to observe the culture before the final meeting. No cameras, no announcements, just me, blending in. Sometimes you learn more from how people treat the help than how they treat their partners. So I came in simple, dark jeans, a white shirt, no tie. Not exactly the look of a billionaire CEO. I moved toward the bar, ordered a glass of water, and watched. The Crestmont executives stood in a golden circle of light, tall glasses of champagne, laughter that could cut glass. Their CEO, Thomas Grayson, looked like a man who believed he owned the world. Slick hair, expensive suit, confidence sharpened into arrogance. At one point, I caught his assistant's eye. She looked exhausted, juggling documents, ignored whenever she spoke. I recognized that look. I'd worn it once, years ago, when I was just a kid from Detroit trying to get investors to listen to an idea no one believed in. Hey! Someone barked behind me. A man in a navy blazer, slightly drunk, stumbled my way. "You're standing too close to the VIP area." I started, but he cut me off. "Water." He sneered at the glass in my hand. "This is a champagne event, buddy. Staff drinks later." His friends laughed. I forced a smile. Didn't realize I needed permission to hydrate. He stepped closer. "You know who you're talking to?" Before I could answer, another man joined in, younger, wearing the Crestmont pin. "Relax, Phil." He probably snuck in with catering. Then he turned to me, eyes narrowing. "You do work here, right?" I could have said a dozen things. I could have ended it right there, but I didn't. I wanted to see how far they'd go. "I'm just here for the event," I said calmly. "Really?" The young one chuckled. "Then maybe serve us something better than attitude." He grabbed a nearby glass of red wine and poured it over my hand, the liquid splashing onto my shirt, dripping down my sleeve. Laughter erupted around him. "There, now you look like you belong." The waiter looked horrified. "Sir, please," but I stopped him with a small gesture. "It's fine." I set the glass down gently, looked at the man who'd just drenched me, and said evenly, "You might want to remember this moment." He rolled his eyes. "Yeah, why's that?" "Because someday soon," I said, "you'll wish you'd acted differently." Then I turned and left. As I walked out of the ballroom, no one stopped me. No one apologized. No one asked my name. And that's the thing about power. People only respect it when they can see it. They had no idea they'd just humiliated the man who owned their future. 2 days later, the Crestmont board gathered in the top-floor conference room of my New York office. The city stretched out behind me, glass and steel, a reminder of how far I'd come. They thought they were there to finalize the deal. They didn't realize the deal had already changed. When they walked in, I could see the confusion on their faces. The same man who poured wine on me, Philip Mason, froze when he saw me at the head of the table. His glassy grin died instantly. Grayson extended a hand, oblivious. "You must be Harper's representative." I shook his hand firmly. "No, Mr. Grayson, I am Harper." The silence that followed was delicious. Grayson blinked. You're the David Harper." "Yes, the one you toasted to last night while your staff poured wine on his shirt." The room went still. No one breathed. Philip's face turned pale as paper. I continued, voice calm but firm. You see, I built Harper Industries from nothing. Every person on my team earned their place. I value respect more than profit, and from what I saw, Crestmont doesn't understand that. Grayson stammered. Mr. Harper, we sincerely apologize. I raised a hand. You're not the one who needs to. My eyes landed on Philip. He looked like he wanted to disappear. I slid the contract folder across the table. This partnership was worth $800 million. But we're withdrawing our offer. The air snapped like glass. Grayson's mask cracked. You can't be serious. Do you realize what this means? I nodded. It means Harper Industries doesn't work with people who treat others like trash. I stood, buttoned my jacket, and walked toward the door. Then I paused. Gentlemen, this could have been the biggest deal of your careers. Instead, it'll be a lesson. Grayson sputtered. We can fix this. I turned slightly. Then start by fixing yourselves. Outside the conference room, my assistant was waiting. That went well, she asked, trying not to smile. I exhaled slowly. Better than expected. By the end of the week, word had spread through the industry. Crestmont's reputation tanked. Investors pulled out. And every publication ran the same headline. Harper Industries cancels $800 million deal over disrespect. I didn't take joy in their downfall, not exactly. What I felt was something quieter, deeper, vindication. A few months later, at another event, I saw Philip again, this time behind the bar, working for a catering company. He froze when he saw me. I raised my glass, smiled politely, and said, "Still think I don't belong?" He looked down, ashamed. "I'm sorry, Mr. Harper." I nodded. "Don't be sorry for me. Be better for the next person." As I walked away, I realized something simple. Respect isn't about titles, money, or suits. It's about how you treat people when you think they have nothing to offer. And sometimes, the richest lesson comes dressed like the poorest man in the room.